First off, I'd like to thank you all for being here also, and most of all, Emma, you're very beautiful today, and I'd like to thank you for asking me to stand next to you when you married Kylie today. Emma and I have been friends since about the age of 11. I first met Emma when she walked into class at intermediate, the first day of school, wearing a peach tracksuit. Everybody else was in uniform. She was late to school. If you ask her today, she'll still probably tell you she misses that tracksuit so much. Emma has been a great friend in so many ways. We've had lots of fun together. I've had the pleasure of being at the birth of our 3 beautiful children. I've also had the pleasure of wiping chocolate from her bum when she sat on stinging needle, hanging delicious. That's the only time, not the only time I've had to bail her out. I got a phone call from Emma one morning about 2:30. Thought it was a good idea to walk to my house after a big night out. Thought she'd get me to take her home. Instead I get a phone call saying, "Funny, so I'm across the road, I've got broken my leg." I go outside, she's about 10 metres from my front door in a ditch. Get my partner out of bed, he lifts her up and into the car and off to the hospital we go. 2.5 hours later, spew down my top, a complete leg cast for Emma, up home to Kylie, looking after the kids. Kylie had work at about an hour. I managed to get home and have an hour's sleep before going to work myself. Emma doesn't do things by half. She broke an ankle, she fractured another, and she gave herself some pretty good bruises that night. Fun times, there are many of these. Who can forget the old guy that chased us down the street at 2 a.m. when we were trying to steal his solar lights out of his garden? I can still look at his face in the window of the Kingsway car. All the time that Emma thought she had 24 hours to live because she got bitten by an eel. I asked her, Roger assured her that there was nothing in the water. There were a few times where we thought we were clever climbing out the office window at Mum's house. We thought we got away with it. Yeah, it turns out we didn't. Apparently she knew all about it. She tells me that now. I don't really have any stories about Kylie. I met him when he was 18 on a Christmas holiday with the Robertsons. Didn't really meet him again until he was with Emma. I remember the phone call from Emma when she was in Aussie. Like it was yesterday. She says, "I've got some gossip for you. I have a boyfriend." Well, I think, "What's the point? You're going to leave him in 2 months. Come home." So I don't know if I want to tell you who it is though. She tells me anyway, and it was Kylie. Things moved pretty quick from here. She moves back home from Oz and with her parents with Kylie at her their place. From there they got their own house, they had a family, and here we are today. But before we got here, truthfully about the fact that on my birthday, Kylie tried to pop the question so many times, couldn't get it out. We were all having dinner that night and all of a sudden Emma gets a phone call, "I think your house is on fire." Off they go, out the door. Turns out Kylie left a pot boiling on the range. Luckily there was no damage done, but just a lot of smoke damage. The next day in their smoky kitchen, Kylie managed to get down on one knee and spit the question out, and that brings us here today with love. Love's what makes the ride worthwhile. Separately, you're 2 remarkable people, but together you're complete. Sit side by side through the roller coaster of life. Remember to scream from the peaks and hold hands through the dips. Laugh through the loops to loop and enjoy every twist and turn. For the ride is much better when you share it together. So here's to Emma and Kylie.